Let's all rise. We're gonna sing, Come Sing a Song with Me. And here we go. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and peace in the summertime. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a peach in the summertime. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a peach in the summertime. Come share a piece with me. Come share a piece with me. Come share a piece with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a peach in the
Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday service. Whether you're here in person or participating online, we are glad to be with you. I'm Jenni Gouine, one of the worship associates at UUSS, serving with the Reverend Lucy Bunch, worship associate Celia Buckley, and pianist Irina Tchantceva. Our beautiful harvest altar was created by Molly Stewart and those of you who brought vegetables from your gardens and fruit. Today is a special day because it is our 11th annual harvest celebration with our traditional tomato communion. If you have brought produce to share and you haven't already brought it up, you can bring it up now. So this morning is one of our circle services, as you can see, when all ages are together for the whole service. And circle services are one of the ways we embody being a community of all ages and stages of life. So sometimes people can feel restless after a time of sitting or get a case of the wiggles. During the service, the welcome hall and patio are available for those who need a little more space while still participating and listening to what is happening in the sanctuary. You can always borrow a coloring page, fidget activity, or a stuffed animal friend at the RE welcome table if it helps you or a loved one to feel that their needs are supported during the service. We will be inviting children to help today in the collection of the offering, and we will invite everyone to participate in the shared ritual. There will be a couple of times when we will all create silence together, and we'll let you know when that happens. As with any service, if you can't hear well or you feel distracted in the seat where you are, please feel free to move to a different location around the sanctuary. Thank you for coming together to build community. Our Blue Sheet weekly announcements will give you all the info you need about what's happening this week, and this is the time when we all raise our Blue Sheets. Blue Sheets. So that we know what's happening this week and coming up later. If you are new, the Blue Sheet, it's an important ritual. If you are new, the Blue Sheet can be an important guide to finding activities of interest to you. You can find the Blue Sheet on the back table, in your order of service, and on our website through a link in the chat. And here's just a couple of highlights. Today, immediately after the service, the People of Color Caucus will have a meet and greet here in the sanctuary. All who identify as a person of color are invited and welcome to participate. Also, after the service today, Reverend Lucy will lead our monthly class called Exploring Unitarian Universalism. This is for newcomers and anyone else who'd like to deepen their understanding of our tradition. It starts at 12 p.m. in the FOS classroom, so grab a cup of coffee on your way over. After the service, we will have 22 minutes of conversation in smaller breakout rooms for those of you joining us from home. Here on the campus, you can check out the connections table in the welcome hall and enjoy coffee, tea, and conversation on the patio. Now, please check your cell phone or smartwatch to ensure they're on silent mode and that all alarms are off. If you notice a neighbor needs some assistance silencing their phone after it goes off, you are invited to kindly offer to help because we are a community of care and concern. Now, let us receive the music for centering.
Test, test. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds and picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music from the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless the seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Old crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered thief up there. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless the seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. And inch by inch, row by row, someone bless the seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down.
So one of the things that we do every Sunday is light our chalice. And the chalice reading I have for you today was written by a woman named Katie Savani Geffeland, called The Abundance of Our Lives Together. We light our chalice as a symbol of gratitude as we celebrate the abundance of our lives together. In this sanctuary, we harvest bushels of strength for one another. And we offer our crop with the hands of compassion and generosity. In the authentic and gentle manner of our connections, we cultivate a simple awareness to brighten our spirits. May we be grateful for the ways we nourish and uplift each other, for it is the sharing of this hallowed time together that sustains us.
It's become our tradition on Sunday mornings to light a candle of compassion and resistance. In these times of disruption and anxiety, when cruelty is on display in our country, this flame is a reminder to bear witness to human decency, dignity, and freedom. By this light, let us remember that fear is outworked by hope, and that hatred is no match for the power of love. In these days to come, may this flame light our way forward with courage and with hope. Blessed be. Every Sunday, we have a time for sharing the joys and sorrows that are on our hearts, weaving together the fabric of our community. You can let Reverend Roger or I know of your joy and sorrow by a link in the weekly message or by emailing us or calling the office, and we will share on Sunday morning. We don't have anything submitted this morning, but I know that in your hearts you're holding many joys and sorrows, celebrations, challenges, and hopes. So let's just take a minute to sit in silence and reflect on everything that we hold in our heart this morning. Amen. And now let us continue a time of quiet with these words of prayer. Let us be grateful today and every day for the bounty of the harvest, for the food that fills our plates and sustains our bodies. We thank you, Spirit of life, for the earth that sustains us, for the water and the sun and the air that we breathe. We thank you for all that enables and promotes life. For the animals and the plants, the mountains and the valleys, the streams and the ocean, for the blessed rain, for the cooling winds. Help us to care for the world around us. Help us in our lives to protect it from harm. Help us to live in a way that allows our earth to thrive. Show us how we can make a difference in the world. Give us gratitude for the plants that grow, the foods we eat, for those who sit alongside us. Help us to share what we have from this bounty. May we always remember to be thankful for what we have given and for those who have worked to bring these foods from the ground to our plates. We offer prayers for those who cannot afford enough food for themselves and their families. And may we be guided by the spirit of justice and love to find ways to help those in need. And at this time of harvest, we pray for the greatest crop and the most beautiful harvest in the world, our children, especially those who are forced to grow up too soon, whether due to poverty, war, or mistreatment. We ask for the spirit of life to be with all the children of the world, and for the energy of life and love to find a way to their care and support. Help us to be a blessing to all the children in our lives. May we guide them in the right direction, lead them by example, and help them to grow in faith, kindness, and love. We thank you for the harvest, Great Spirit. We thank you on this day and in all the days to come. Blessed be. Hi, Celia. I'm about to do it right now. In years gone by, humans have had a deeper relationship with the earth than we do today. Those who live in agrarian cultures or have indigenous spirituality which honors and respects the earth retain this relationship. But in Western cultures, many of us have lost this connection. Centuries ago, Celtic and related peoples in Europe would hold festivals of gratitude for the harvest, celebrating the earth and the forces which were considered the source of the bounty of the earth. Today, in this tradition, we celebrate Lammas, or Lugnasa, an ancient festival of the first harvest. Most of us don't concern ourselves with whether we will have enough food. Long ago, we gave up our prayers for a good crop, gave up our rituals of gratitude for the bounty of the earth. Most of us likely don't say grace anymore. But today, let us celebrate the harvest. Let us honor the earth and all its bounty, taking nothing for granted. Let us offer our gratitude for the gifts of the earth which nurture and sustain us. Many of you have brought produce from your gardens, raised with love and care. What a beautiful bounty. Gardening brings us closer to the earth. These gifts here on the altar are from people who brought them from their own gardens. And at the end of the service, please come up and take some home for your own enjoyment. Let us celebrate the harvest today with gratitude for the gifts of the earth. And our featured produce this year is the avocado. You probably figured that out from the picture on the front of the order of service. So Celia will kick us off now with a brief history of the avocado.
So this reading is adapted from a piece on the PBS website written by D.J. Waldy called The Pirate, the Mailman, and the Avocado: The Accidental History of Avocados in California. Some histories involve a series of contingencies where chance plays a vital role. The avocado's history exemplifies this, beginning with a curious what if. Ecologists Dan Jansen and Paul Martin proposed that Central American forests co-evolved with now extinct large animals like gomphotheres, which were distant elephants, and ground sloths, who ate avocados and dispersed their seeds. When these animals disappeared, the avocados should also have disappeared, but it persisted until humans domesticated it. The avocado was present in Central America forests long before European contact. When Spanish conquistadores encountered it in the markets in the 1950s, they assumed that it grew wild, ignorant that indigenous farmers had cultivated and propagated varieties for centuries. Europeans soon regarded the fruit as intriguing but not commercially viable. Plant collectors in the late 19th century recognized its potentials, and nurseries in California and Florida began propagating avocado trees. Trial and error led to notable varieties, but experts doubted that Americans would develop a taste for this oily fruit. In 1911, Frederick Popenoe and Carl Schmidt identified the LeBlanc variety of an avocado tree growing on a porch in Mexico. After a harsh freeze in 1913 killed many young avocado trees, that grafted LeBlanc's fruit, named Fuerte, not only survived but proved exceptional. It created a fledgling avocado industry in California by 1920. But the Fuerte's variety season was limited, prompting ongoing genetic exploration for a more consistent crop. Entered Rudolf Haas, or Hass. In 1926, a postal worker with a daring vision. He bought land in La Habra Heights, planted Fuerte and other varieties, and he planted many seeds of many varieties and selected the strongest. One seedling grew into a tree which produced a rather unappealing fruit, tough and bumpy with dark skin, and he wanted to cull it, but he kept it because his children liked the taste. This mystery seedling became the Hass avocado, which, despite its rough appearance, boasted durable, high-yielding qualities and creamy flesh. Hass patented the variety in 1935, and it was propagated widely, eventually dominating California's market by the 1970s and worldwide by 2000, and generating over $1 billion annually. Hass earned less than $5,000 from his patent before his death in 1952, and his original tree died in 2002. The avocado's success is a story of chance, indigenous heritage, and modern agriculture's harnessing of nature's improbable survivors, reminding us that the origins of even everyday foods are often shaped by destiny.
Everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to love, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn. A time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late.
Thank you, Catherine and Irina. So this is our 11th annual harvest celebration. And each year I've chosen a fruit or a vegetable to feature in our service, offering a rather tongue-in-cheek celebration of that particular fruit or vegetable. So we started with the obvious, 11 years ago, tomatoes. Then we did corn, peaches, watermelon, zucchini, blackberries, cantaloupe, eggplant, cucumbers. And last year, I extolled the virtues of grapes. So I was reflecting back on these 10 years of fruit and vegetable homilies, considering what do I want to bring forth this year? And I was reminded of the third one I chose in that list, watermelon. In 2018, I argued that the watermelon was the best fruit for Unitarian Universalists, that it would make you a better person and help counter some of our problems in the world. I made this case that the watermelon helps us to be humble, earnest, flexible, agreeable, and that watermelons keep us from being lazy. They bring people together. Pretty impressive for a big green-red orb. But folks, that was so 2018. These are not watermelon times, if I may say so myself. We need another form of produce to help us through. So this morning, I'm going to make the case that for times like this, the avocado is the fruit that we need. Now, before you start questioning my judgment, give me a chance, hear me out. Let's go over some of the things that avocados can teach us. At the same time, I'm going to give you some tips on how to handle avocados. So your time here this morning will not be wasted. First off, avocados can teach us to be thoughtful of others. Did you know that when you squeeze an avocado in the store, you're essentially bruising it? Those brown spots that you get when you open, that's because you or somebody else squeezed them. So be thoughtful. Don't squeeze your avocados. The trick is buy them when they're unripe. Of course you have to plan ahead for that, right? But doesn't that make you a better person, a little planning ahead? Be thoughtful. Buy your avocados unripe and be patient. Another gift of the avocado, patience. And don't do this business about putting them in a bag with bananas. Oh my God, bananas. To hurry up the ripening, avocados do not participate in ethylene transfer with other fruits or vegetables. They have their own process, so you must wait. Avocados teach us to be forgiving by their own example. They teach us to be flexible and accommodating. If you cut open an avocado and it's not quite ripe, you can just put the two halves back together, wrap them up, and it will continue to ripen. Do you think a peach is going to do that for you? Avocados teach us not to sweat the small stuff. For example, how many of you have ever needed only half an avocado? You're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Sometimes we don't even open an avocado if we only want half because we don't want to deal with the brown stuff. Even if you carefully store it, the cut end will turn brown. Believe me, I read an article from America's Test Kitchen. They tried 17 ways to keep an avocado from going brown and found nothing. So here's the lessons that avocados teach us. So what? The avocados are probably rolling their eyes or maybe rolling their pits around inside of them, rolling their eyes at our fussiness. Just cut off the brown part. Get over it. The rest is perfectly good. Who told you that everything in your world had to be perfect? That's not the way the world works. Okay, so far so good. Avocados teach us to be thoughtful, patient, forgiving, flexible, and accepting. Pretty great qualities for navigating our world today, if I must say so myself. But I haven't even begun to consider how they nurture us, body and soul. They're high in fiber and monosaturated fats, which help us to avoid cancer and heart disease. But their nurture is far beyond nutrition. They calm us, they soothe us, sometimes with topical avocado oil cream. They help us feel better. What is it about the avocado? I couldn't even begin to describe the flavor. Buttery, nutty, grassy, earthy. But I can tell you that I cannot get enough of them. I want avocados on my salads and my sandwiches, in omelets. I want to share guacamole with my friends and family. If something has an avocado on it, it makes me feel better, soothes me, encourages me, makes me feel special by association. Avocados are the ultimate mood lifter. Who was the genius that came up with the idea of avocado toast? They deserve a Nobel Peace Prize for the comfort that they have given to the world. Avocado toast. Oh, lightly toasted bread, a little mayo, sprinkle a few pistachios on the oh, wait, I shouldn't do this. The last time I told you how to make a tomato sandwich, I got critical email for weeks. I'm sure you all have your own method for making fabulous avocado toast. But here's the most inspiring lesson for these times. The most inspiring lesson from the avocado is perseverance. They found our way into the lives of humans by simple presence and persistence. You heard in the avocado history that Celia read, they should have gone extinct thousands of years ago when the prehistoric animals that ate them went extinct. For many plants, animals are important propagators. They eat the fruit and then they poop out the seeds in random places. Avocados greatly benefit from this and created avocado forests in Central America. When the animals went away, so should have the avocados. But they persisted, and they wooed the indigenous people of Central America with their taste and oil so that they were cultivated for centuries. Enter the Europeans. The Spaniards loved avocados because basically they thought they were an aphrodisiac. They even thought they were named after some part of a male anatomy that produces things that lead to reproduction, to keep it family friendly on Sunday morning. But no one ever thought, despite this, that they would be part of general consumption, part of our daily lives. No one except Robert Haas, the mailman who tried to breed a variety that would meet modern needs. A mailman who tried to meet modern needs. So did he wake up one day and say, well, after I'm done delivering the mail, I'm going to breed some avocados because I think they have a lot of potential for the world? Was there some mysterious force in the avocado universe that inspired him to that work? But here's my favorite part of the story, my favorite part of the avocado story. The Haas avocado only ended up in our stores and our kitchens and our farmers markets because Haas's children liked the taste. He thought it was ugly, and frankly, it is ugly. It's kind of reptilian, kind of a tough skin. But Haas thought, well, hey, my kids like it. I'll take a chance at it. Haas avocados are now 90% of the avocados that we eat. And as Celia said, they represent $1 billion industry in California. It's also projected to be the world's most traded fruit. The world's most traded fruit by 2030. Pretty good for an ugly little oil-filled fruit that used to be the favorite food of giant sloths. You gotta be inspired by their story. Come on, people. They hung in there with all their amazing qualities, attracting various species over millennium. And when the time was ripe, they found their way into our hearts and our homes. It's almost a legend. 2025 is projected to have the largest avocado harvest in history, just in time for the fruit that we need now. So what does this have to do with such a time as this? We need the presence and persistence of the avocado to teach us to never give up, to persist despite setbacks, to be present and ready when opportunities for transformation arise. We need avocados to teach us to be thoughtful, patient, forgiving, flexible, and accepting. but most importantly, to never give up believing in what is possible, to never give up believing that goodness will prevail. And folks, if the avocado can do it, so can we.
It is now time to receive our offering. If there are any children who would like to assist the ushers, please move to the back of the sanctuary at this time. Generosity is a spiritual practice. This congregation has a practice of giving away half of every Sunday's offering to an organization that is working to make a difference in the world. In July, our community partner is Mercy Peddlers, whose volunteers reach out to hundreds of our unhoused neighbors surviving on the streets, parkways, and parking lots of the Sacramento area. On bikes and in cars, the peddlers provide water and coffee, food, personal comforts, and referrals for support services. But most of all, they offer the gift of kindness and respect. One of our peddlers shares this story from a recent week. A woman we have served for several months shared with us today that her mother had been in prison for 35 years. That gives us a little perspective on her life circumstances. She and her partner live in an RV most of the time, parked under the Howe Avenue overpass of the American River. They move to other nearby locations every 72 hours due to an ordinance that limits the amount of time a vehicle can be in one location. This woman is also a big help to the other unhoused folks around her and is always so appreciative of what we provide to her. As the ushers bring forward the offering, please join me in saying the unison words. May generosity bless our world, and may gratitude nourish our spirits.
So in honor of the harvest and the bounty of the earth, we will now celebrate with a tomato communion. The word communion comes from the Latin communio, or sharing in common. We choose tomatoes for this communion to celebrate the harvest, the earth, and our shared lives here in Sacramento. You'll notice as we pass the baskets today that there are a few grapes in each basket. Those are there for people who are tomato averse. So as you pass the baskets, you're not passing them yet. I'll let you know, usher people. As you pass the baskets down the rows, please hold the basket for the person sitting next to you. There's tongs in there for each of us to reach in and get a tomato. This is an act of grace and care to hold the basket for them. For those of you who are at home, use this time to find a tomato or other piece of fruit so that you can participate in our communion. If you don't have anything available, you can just imagine the most delicious piece of fruit possible. And now our ushers will bring forth our tomatoes while Irina serenades us with tomato passing music. Please remember to hold the basket for the person next to you as they take their tomato. And most importantly, do not eat your tomato. Keep your tomato in your hand, and we'll do that later after they're passed out. Does everyone have a tomato? Yeah, we're not leaving anybody out. All right, well, hold your tomato in your hand. We're going to take a little tomato journey together. So close your eyes or relax your eyes if that's your preference, and imagine yourself as a lovely little tomato seed nurtured down into the earth, blessed to grow. You feel yourself, the warmth of the earth. You feel some moisture in the soil, and little roots start to begin to poke out from you. Roots digging their way down into the rich soil, drinking in the water, taking in the nutrients. And then a sprout comes out the top, bursts out with energy, grows and grows as the roots get wider. The sprout bursts through the top and emerges into the sunlight. And as the roots bring forth the nutrients and the water, your sprout just grows and grows until you feel leaves forming. Tall stalk. You're getting stronger, taller, more leaves, more branches, filling out. Then suddenly you start feeling little tingly things, tingliness on the edge of your branches as little buds come out. Little flowers, little yellow and white flowers burst out. And in the center of each little bud is the beginning of the fruit. And as the water comes up through your roots and up your stalk, you feel the fruits growing and growing. The sun comes down, ripening and ripening until you're a beautiful tomato plant with beautiful tomatoes hanging off your branches. And now bring your attention back to the tomato in your hand. Know that these fruits are connected to all life, indeed to all the universe. Each contain the water and earth that nurtured and sustained the seed, sustained the plant, the sun that brought forth growth, the workers who harvested and packed this fruit and brought it to us, connected to the universe and to all life. Let us share together in a responsive reading. And with each of my lines, your response is, we give thanks. For the gift that is this tomato, we give thanks. For the earth and the sun and the water and the beauty and wonder of our natural world, we give thanks. For the workers in the farm and field whose labors bring us food, we give thanks. For the beings, plant and animal, who give their lives for our nurture and sustenance, we give thanks. For all these, and for so many blessings we cannot name, we give thanks. And now please repeat after me. I eat this fruit with love and gratitude for our Mother Earth, and for all the beings which support my life. May we be blessed by the spirit of life and the power of interconnectedness with all beings. May we go forth with gratitude for the bounty of our earth, the gifts of our fellow beings, and for all that is good and rich in our lives. And may we always have bounty, full plates, full tables, and may we share what we have with those who do not have enough. Blessed be. So last week we sang Blue Boat Home, which is a beloved song, and this song has the same melody line as Blue Boat Home. We're going to sing together, Earth was given as a garden. Earth was given as a garden, cradle for humanity, tree of life and tree of knowledge, place for our discovery. Here was home for all your creatures, born of land and sky and sea. All created in your image, all to live in harmony. Show to us again the garden where all life was fresh and free. Gently guide all the children into full maturity. Teach us how to trust each other, how to use for good our power, how to touch the earth with reverence, to let us all repeat and vow. Bless the earth and all your children, one creation make us whole, interwoven, all connected, blended wine and hymnal song. Holy Mother, life bestowing, clear our ways and warm their seas. Fill us all with praise of glory. Teach us how to live
As we prepare to extinguish the chalice, please join me in speaking together these words. We extinguish this flame, but we carry the light, love, and commitment of this gathering into the days to come.
Thank you all for being together on this Sunday, for sharing in the possibilities of the avocado, and sharing together in our tomato communion. And I offer, in sharing with you these words of benediction, please repeat after me. May faith in the Spirit of life. And let's reach out. I forgot that part. Let's reach out to the faith in the Spirit of life. Hope for the community of earth. And love of the sacred in ourselves and one another. Be ours now and in all the days to come. Blessed be.